Good afternoon, folks. Mark Wilson here at the Fan Cave. It's August 9th, 2016, 12:18 p.m. And what I have today is a Crompton Greaves Encon High Breeze. I acquired this at Fanimation in the swap, and I bought two of them. I bought, both four-blade smaller ones, the 42-inch or whatever, or I don't know, maybe the 36-inch, I don't even know, but yeah, the other one I bought has wood blades. Pretty much identical fans except one metal blades, same brackets and everything. I think I got one from Mark Ryan Welker and the other one from Louis Weedman, as I recall. I could be wrong. I might be thinking of somebody else, but anyway, yeah, this moves just a whole shice a ton of air. It's basically an industrial ceiling fan. So, yeah, let's take it for a spin. Oh yeah, definitely feel that. Now this is they call it a, Crompton Greaves is the company that manufactured it over in India. Encon is the company that sold it here in America, short for energy conservation. It was back in the 70s and 80s when people actually cared about such things. They seem to have sort of gotten away from that over the years, but yeah, and the High Breeze is the model name, and it's definitely living up to its name right now. All right, and for the spin down. And bring it up for a view of the tags. And I'll actually show it right next to the it's my NF industrial over here. I had to remove a blade so it wouldn't get hit in the process, but For the longest time, I thought this particular NF was, because of the upward-facing blades, was actually a Crompton Greaves Encon for some reason. And so my whole childhood, as soon as I found out that a Crompton Greaves Encon existed, and hybrids, you know, the 3-blade model, I thought that was what the NF was. So, you know, from what I could remember of it anyway, from my childhood. So, you know, I was wrong, and, you know, I'm still on the hunt, though. You know, I would like to find a 3-blade version of the hybrids. You know, I'd like to find the 56-inch version and the smaller one, you know, this size, you know, 36 or 42, whatever it is. You know, it's funny because there was a, when I was going through my dad's hometown of Winthrop, Mass, there was a, when I was a kid, I remember he'd take me over there to look at the fans, and, well, it took me to explore the town, but then, you know, sort of a process of that, you know, I was always involved looking in stores at ceiling fans. There was a clothing store that had, right as soon as you walk in the front door, there's two, you know, sort of a lower ceiling, and the rest of the store had a high ceiling. But right by the front door, by the where the cash registers were, as I recall, there was a lower ceiling, and there were two. All I remember about these fans is they were identical, but except for the fact that one had 3 blades and the other one had 4 blades. So I've been trying to deduce over the years what that could have been. And now the store, it's a gym of some kind, or a karate studio, I think. And they ripped down the lower ceiling, so they just have these two newer metal pieces of, you know, the newer, like Westinghouse Industrials or whatever they are. Or, you know, with the, you know, the brushed metal finish and the, you know, they had really long down rods. So obviously they use the same two, they're in the same two spots, but they're not, you know, not attached to the same ceiling. You know, they were, but anyway, yeah, the two that I remember, all I could think is they had to have been either Crompton Greaves Encons or, you know, the hybrids is the smaller, you know, they're both small like this, or they could have been Moss Caribbean Breeze as well, but they were small and brown, and all I remember is they were, you know, I can't remember too many of the details, but I just remember it being really weird how they were both pretty much I mean, I think they were identical fans, except the only difference, you know, they didn't have a switch housing or anything. They just, one had 3 blades and one had 4 blades, and I've always been intrigued by that, so someday I'd actually like to get a 3-blade metal-bladed Crompton Greaves Encon, and maybe do an install on the porch or something like that, you know, a 3-blade and a 4-blade, you know, next to each other, so, or, you know, on opposite sides of the porch or whatever. You know, I like little inconsistencies in fans that way, but, anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and, if you could like this video, I'd appreciate it, and if you could click subscribe to my page called The Fan Cave, and check out my Facebook page of the same name. Once again, this is Mark Wilson. Thanks a lot for watching. Good night and good luck.